what's a controversial topic that you've been, obviously hearing about, or that, that's something that you would like to sort of discuss more?
That's oh,
I'm
Corey,
swear I'm not
when you
baiting
when
you.
you when you in Canada ask me that question here in the US, I'm just like, oh, Corey,
I know, I know.
should we go there?
Honestly, we probably spent the whole hour in it indirectly, talking about the elephant in the room, which is, and I'll say it, it's the war on diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's the challenges that people who are immigrants face. It's the difficulty in, like you pointed out, the 1% or even the 5% really getting more focus and attention versus the 99 or 95%. Talk to us about your view of that.
Here's in and I will say it. I will say it, Corey. And if people want to cancel me, just cancel me. Go ahead, cancel me because I fit so many boxes, right? I am a woman, I am Latina, I am Black, I am an immigrant, and I am here working really, really hard to do some good in the world. Not only for me, but for a lot of people out there. And when I'm saying like to do some good in the world, I am not talking about, like the greenwashing of the early 2000s. Like that's not what we're talking about here. Corey. We're talking about what I believe to be a basic human right, which is financial security. Not everyone in the world will become wealthy, right? That's not the conversation that we're having here. I'm not creating Aussie just so everyone becomes a millionaire. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about creating a platform just so everybody has the bare minimum financial security. Just so every mom and every dad out there has the peace of mind of knowing I'm going to put food on the table. I'm going to be able to pay for my children's education. If we are hit with a health bill, our entire lives are not going to collapse. You know why? Because we have a safety net.
Mhm.
Like if my child decides to pursue higher education one day, we'll be able to maybe not pay for the whole thing, but they're not going to start their adults' lives buried in student loans. Corey, come on. That's the bare minimum that we're talking about here,
Yeah.
right? And when somebody like me who's trying to create something like that is literally under attack, right? Because I have to walk into rooms where I'm pitching this idea, I'm trying to sell this to employers, I have friendly conversations with investors. I'm not even trying to take their money. And I am literally sometimes having this idea rejected because we are not sponsoring DEI projects at this time, my lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see where I'm?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I do. I do. And I think it's incredibly fair, incredibly valid. At the end of the day, there's always going to be hopefully a revert to the mean, as they say in economics. And maybe we've gone a little bit too far and sort of oscillating too much, but at the end of the day, I know you, I know what you're trying to build, I know what you're trying to do, and I think equity and inclusion is really what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't want to make this a partisan issue,
Hmm.
right? Let's not talk about politics here. Let's really just like be human beings and let's look at the ideas. Do you know somebody who's trying to create something of value? You listener, right? Like, do you know somebody who's trying to create something of value? Do you know somebody who's trying to bring something to the table? That's what we should be measuring people on, right? And the other thing that we talked at the very beginning of our conversation, look at everything that somebody like me had to overcome just to be having this conversation with Corey. I had to learn a second language. I had to get literally 2 master's degree just to be able to break into tech. I had to work like 80 hours a week as a nanny to pay for school, but I still ended up with credit. There are so many challenges that minority groups have to overcome just to have a shot at creating something good. Let's not shut them down. Let's not shut them down. We're not asking for an extra opportunity or for people to make things easier for us. That's not what we're asking. We're just asking, like, let's not shut people down and let's just keep creating good in the world because that way everybody wins.
So if
I said my
Ozzy,
piece.
no, I mean, and that's amazing.